When Pearl Harbor was bombed, a group of us went down to the enlistment station and enlisted in the service. We had to decide between us which one are we going to go to. Well, we all wanted to be flyboys. We're trained to be pilots until I was washed out of. And I went overseas as an aerial gunner on a B-17. And our job was to shoot at them as they came by. And they come by pretty fast. We used to joke about being gunners on aircraft. I'm a gunner today and a gunner tomorrow. People ask me, how many missions did you fly overseas? And I say, well, I was shot down on my last mission. Oh, that must have been awful. No, it wasn't too bad because it was also my first. They would get up in the sun so that the sun would be behind them as they flew into the formation, and we couldn't see them because they were coming out of the sun. We were picked up right after we hit the ground. The field we picked to crash in was right near a basic training camp where the German enlistees were being trained into the German army. And we were picked up by about 200 or 300 kids. I mean, they were children. These were the conscripts that the Germans were getting in 1944, April 1944. They put us in the guts of a castle. It was a typical dungeon where they put us. The stone walls were dripping with moisture and dank. I spent 13 months in Stalag 17. They gave me a German dog tag, a little bigger than the American dog tag and looked much more primitive looking, but it was also in two parts, and it could be broken. Americans gave you two dog tags. The Germans had one dog tag. We were liberated by Patton's Third Army. One lone tank came chugging down the road, and he was all by himself. Back in those days, the front line practically was non-existent in April of '44, and the tanks and the infantry were all over the countryside of Germany. They were just out looking for targets of opportunity with a tank, and they found us. Tank commander pops his head out of the top of the tank and says, "You guys are hereby returned to the control of the United States Army. Do not leave this area." And we said, "Screw you!" All took off in about 8 different directions, looking for food, because we were a scraggly looking bunch, filthy, dirty, and no uniform. I mean, you just had rags on. We looked like prisoners. I mean, we were a motley crew. You can go home and have a bunk on your ship every night, or have a bunk every other night and get home twice as fast. Everybody, of course, took, I'll sleep on a bunk every other night, sleep on the deck every other night. Well, we cried when we saw the Statue of Liberty, and we all stand out on the deck and almost tipped the ship over on the right side because everybody's over there looking at the Statue of Liberty and crying and hollering and carrying on. It was great. Great to see America again.